Hello YouTube, what's going on? This is Blue, and this is going to be the best gameplay I have ever gotten on Call of Duty Black Ops. And this is with the Enfield, no less. I'm using the Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, TACMAR setup. This allows you to throw tactical grenades and also allows you to throw primary grenades. So it allows you to resupply them, keep stunning rooms as you're walking in. It's a really good setup to use. But I want to talk to you about the gun, then I'll move on to talking about my playstyle. The final score to this was actually 80 kills to 5 deaths using the spy plane, counter spy plane Blackbird. So very similar to my grid game, which I called my best gameplay ever. This is now the best gameplay ever. The Enfield seems to be overlooked by most people that prestige. And my theory to this is, because the Enfield's actually a pretty good gun once you use it, and if you put extended mags on it or red dot, it's not so good with a silencer, but extended mags or red dot and it's a good weapon. And I believe it's because people don't have the perks they want. When you unlock the Enfield, you're trying to, get to your FAMs as quick as possible. Maybe you don't even want to buy the Enfield really. You're stuck with lightweight, hardened, and TACMAR, and you're a little bit pissed off that you don't have the FAMAS. So I think the Enfield was in a difficult position to start with. If the Enfield was one of the later weapons when you had your Sleight of Hand Pro and you had all your good perks, then I think the gun would have been rated a lot higher. I know for a fact that this is actually Bendro's favourite weapon, and before trying it out I couldn't really see why, but now I do. It is a really good gun. It's got some nice iron sights, it's low recoil, it's not too bad damage, it's like a Galil. It is very similar to a Galil in terms of rate of fire and such, but it's not so good with a silencer. So if you're looking for something new, then do check it out. And this death just pissed me off because I found it funny that he came out just a second behind me. But anyway, we are yet again going to talk about the gameplay, and I know it's a bit boring if I talk about the gameplay, but this is actually something where I'm going to try and teach you how I play well. Now, I'm not the best player in the world. If I was the best player in the world, I'd have an 8 KD, but I don't have an 8 KD. I have a 3.9 KD and a 3.5 KD on each console. So, I like to think myself as one of the better players. And the way I do that is my whole game revolves around that radar. I obviously have the ability to shoot. I have good reflexes, good hand-eye coordination. I have a good shot. My accuracy is 19%. Which is pretty high. You'll see the odd guy with 20%, 22%. But for the most part, if you see an average Joe, he's going to have a 12, 13% accuracy. So accuracy does have something to play in it. I always rely on this radar. If you watch the gameplay, as soon as this spy plane goes up, I'm a lot more aggressive. I suggest that you do this. This is why I moan about Ghost a lot. In Modern Warfare 3, they're releasing, that's releasing very soon. There was going to be Assassin and Blind Eye, and it's the Assassin that's going to piss me off because it's the UAV protection that Ghost provides. If you watch my game, I'm constantly looking at that radar. My character follows the dots, but I always give myself the advantage in a gunfight. For example, if I believe there's someone there, I will either aim down sights, I will stand behind a car, and when the Blackbird goes up, it's easy to ambush people. Now, when the spy plane is not up, I'm very conservative. You'll notice that I do this time and time again, and I will actually point it out through the game. So my advice to you is to use spy plane, counter spy plane, Blackbird if you're not too worried about getting your chopper gunner kill horror on. You see, these guys were on my motion sensor, and they were 2 free kills. You have to be used to using that radar. Sandy Ravage says he doesn't use it, and everyone knows he's amazing, but he would actually be better. Maybe not in Black Ops because of Ghost, but especially in a game like Modern Warfare 2. Now the Blackbird's up, I knew this guy was here, I managed to get out of the way, and I decided to go round the car to give me a little bit of protection, though I don't think it helps that much. It's all about power positions when you have the Blackbird up, and here, I could have died there because he had a little bit more cover. But it's all about, and here I'm going to be able to pre-fire him because I know where he is. It's all about looking at that radar, and it's all about putting yourself in power positions, as I just said. So, like this, I'm behind the sandbags waiting for him. Them guys have no chance in killing me. I push up and I'm going to go stand behind the wood. I have to win one gunfight and then I can push up to this wood. I end up getting 2 assists, which is a shame. But they have no chance because it's not a case of a fair gunfight. None of my gunfights that I'm having here are fair. They cannot kill me. I get a little bit confused here with the radar as the Blackbird decides to disappear. And here, and I've become a little bit more conservative. I would have rushed wood, but I decided not to. I'm being careful. And you'll see it time and time again. When the radar goes, I would like to say camp, but I wouldn't like to say camp. I'd say play more defensive. I get a bit of an annoying death there. And now that the radar's gone, briefly it was at least, I was following my team, just gonna play it cool. And now the spy plane's gone up, I can move again. Unfortunately, we were playing against a team that didn't use much ghost. And here, I can stand on this ramp, wait for their team to come. There's no need for me to do anything. All I have to do is aim at them and shoot. I pick up a nice triple kill. And it didn't take much skill, it just took a bit of map knowledge, looking at the radar and preparing myself for them 3 guys. I am no the game 360 running in through flanks and killing 8 guys. I like to think I outsmart everyone on the game. If you put me in a match against 6 ghost players, I will not be putting out gameplays like this, because although I can predict spawns and I can obviously win my gunfights, you need that knowledge of where the players are in order to prepare yourself for them. COD is also about connection, and due to the fact that it is peer-to-peer rather than a dedicated servers setup, you know, for the connection, it also means that connection can vary. It's not consistent. You can't run in and kill 5 guys because you might have a flicker of lag, and you have to be ready for that. You have to know. And I can see that this guy had gone round. I can shoot him in the back. I decide to get 1 kill. I look on the radar, see there's more than 1 guys. I get behind this barrel and I'm preparing for them to come in. And I kill 3 of them. I look on the radar, I see he's behind me. I turn around and pre-fire him. I managed to get him through the wall for the quad feed. It's so easy when you use that radar. I really hope you guys really do practice using that radar. If there's anyone out there who's maybe not the best and you're feeling a bit disheartened, just put a scavenger class on, whatever, with an assault rifle, and put tac mask on. Try and get tac mask pro. Throw stuns into houses when you know someone's in there, because this is great. It stuns claymores. It can stun them. Obviously, it destroys motion sensors, or makes it so they can't use them for a few seconds. And by the time that's done, you're in there and you've killed them. So radar, everything was on a radar. The radar is gone now, and I will play more defensive. I'll push up. I'll check corners. If the radar was up, I wouldn't be checking these corners. I'm gonna go sit behind this car probably, because I just don't know where the enemy team is. I managed to turn on this guy. Maybe he was on the radar. I'm not sure. I wasn't really looking. And as you can see, I can see people from trailer side. And also another pro tip. I call it a pro tip as if I'm kind of a pro. I'm not actually being a cocky twat. It's just the way I word it. I'm sorry, guys. If you look on the radar right now, and I'm sorry this gameplay's been a lot about the radar, you'll see that my teammates are placed in particular places. If you learn the spawns well, you'll be able to look where your team is, and even if you don't have a spy plane up, assume where the enemies are going to be. If you know spawns. This is easily done in a game like Domination. In TDM it doesn't work as well because the spawns are a little bit more varied. But for the most part, if I see my teammates on the other side of the map, I'll like to be on the other side, because that's where the enemies are going to be. If you look on the map now, my teammates are all on the other side of the map, and I'm on this side getting kills. And it always looks like I'm the only one killing them because I'm away from my teammates. I'm predicting the spawns, and these 2 guys, I just get 3 kills because they are running towards that objective. People will argue that I'm not playing the objective because I'm running around just killing people. I kind of agree, and I don't want you guys to think that I don't play the objective. I do, but as soon as I realise that I'm on for a good game, I start going for kills. And so, even though I am just killing them, I do believe that helps, because if they're all being killed by me, they're not going to be able to capture the objective. And you'll notice that when playing headquarters, if you're beating a team down so hard, you could have Ken Burton capping that headquarters and he wouldn't see anyone because you're killing them before they get there. That's about all the tips I can give you for looking at the radar. And if for anyone who's wondering why so many people hate Ghost, the game really is. It revolves around the radar. The radar is the most amazing thing ever. It's why I can't really play games like Battlefield. Battlefield is all about spawn knowledge. There is a radar system and a spotting system, but it's not as good as the Call of Duty one. I like being able to get my 3 kill streak and pop up that spy plane. This is why in Modern Warfare 3 I'll be using the kill streaks that allow me to have a radar. I will not be using kill streaks, because if you didn't know, you have to choose either the support kill streaks, the killing kill streaks, or the something else kill streaks, perks, I think. So if you get kills, you gain another perk. And so yeah, guys, the final score is 80-5. I kind of got 2 annoying deaths at the end. It was really pissed me off. I managed to get the tactical mask contract in 1 game because I got 8 kills, so I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, and I'll see you later, guys. Peace. And here's a video you may have missed. It's yesterday's video. It's a 73-6 gameplay on Radiation. I thought it was pretty awesome. I kind of do a play-by-play dissecting how I did it. I didn't really talk about the radar. I talk about power position,